A young cashier named Sarah was working the late shift at a convenience store when an elderly man approached the counter with a loaf of bread and a carton of milk. When he tried to pay, his card was declined 3 times. His hands began to shake and he looked terrified at the thought of going home hungry. Sarah didn't hesitate. She pulled out her own wallet and swiped her card to pay for his groceries, gently telling him, "It's on me tonight, sir. Please take care of yourself." The old man was in tears at the kindness shown by the young cashier and thanked her profusely before leaving. However, the store manager had been watching the security feed from the back office. He stormed out and yelled at Sarah in front of the other customers, accusing her of violating company policy on employee transactions and slowing down the line. Despite her pleas that she was just trying to help, he fired her on the spot, telling her to hand in her badge. 2 weeks later, the elderly man saw Sarah sitting on a bench near a bus stop, burying her face in her hands and crying. He recognized her kindness immediately and walked up to her with concern.
"Excuse me, miss. I hope everything is all right."
Sarah looked up, her eyes red and puffy. She tearfully said, "I lost my job that night for paying for your groceries. I've applied everywhere, but nobody is hiring. I don't know how I'll pay my rent this month." The old man's heart broke. He reached into his pocket and pulled out a sleek gold-embossed business card. He handed it to her and said, "Please take this card to the address listed at 10 a.m. tomorrow." As for Mr. Sterling, he smiled warmly and added, "Don't worry. The universe has a way of balancing the scales." The next morning, Sarah was incredibly nervous. She took the subway to the address and was shocked to find herself standing in front of the city's most prestigious luxury hotel. Feeling underdressed and anxious, she walked to the front desk. Suddenly, the hotel CEO walked into the lobby, flanked by security. He walked straight to Sarah. To her shock, the elderly man was standing right next to the CEO, wearing a sharp, expensive suit. The CEO put his hand on the old man's shoulder and said to Sarah, "This is my father, the founder of this hotel chain. He likes to take walks in simple clothes to see how people treat each other when they think no one important is watching. You treated him with dignity when he had nothing to offer you. We need people with your heart in our guest relations department." Sarah broke down in tears as she was handed a contract with a salary she had only dreamed of. The elderly man smiled and said to the young woman, "You fed me when I was hungry. Now let us ensure you never worry about a meal again." He embraced her with genuine gratitude. Kindness is the only investment that never fails.